Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. We are going to tap in to your Akashic records to pull messages forward about your past life energies that carry over into this life journey for great purpose and relevance, which is going to entail different soul lessons you're working on, soul cycles you're moving through, as well as the soul contracts you have with others. So let's get right into your reading. Let's tap in to your Akashic records and see what comes forward. All right, 7th house of relationships. North Node, soul path fulfillment. All right, so this is a big life of soul cycle completion, soul contract completion, and soul lesson completion, with these two popping out. Wow, love and romance. 3rd house, communicating feelings and needs. And Mercury retrograde, dishonest with self or others. Okay, Virgo, let me get these more in alignment. This is definitely a life where you are very, very focused on your soul contracts, which is facilitating great soul growth within you. Okay, so this 7th house energy, this is all your relationships that are important to you. Your friendships, your family connections, your romantic connections. You have walked many, many earth life journeys with these particular souls. Like, this is your soul group. You know, think of like going into high school, how you guys are all freshmen and then sophomores together, and then what is it? How does it go? Freshman, sophomore, junior, and then senior, right? So you're all moving through the different grades together. That's how you need to see this message, like the soul group that you're working with. And you all started out as freshmen, and this life journey is you guys being seniors graduating, okay? And all the relationships throughout this entire life journey that have great meaning and significance to you, because what sits right next to that is your North Node, soul path fulfillment. Your North Node is your destiny, your calling, your purpose for this life journey. And big time is love and romance connections. Okay, those tend to be some of the connections that grow us the absolute most, right? So many of you, if not all of you, totally resonate with the twin flame concept, or your true spiritual soulmate, divine counterpart type of energy. And just because you deeply love somebody, it doesn't mean happily ever after always, right? In fact, your romantic connections are going to be the greatest facilitators of what challenges you and grows you in this life journey. And something that you are really working on is learning how to fully articulate and communicate your needs, your wants, your feelings. And over here, Mercury retro, dishonest with self or others, you could be very dishonest with yourself in terms of what you think that you can put up with, what you think you can tolerate. Also, I'm getting where you kind of berate yourself, pick yourself apart, put yourself down, okay? And dishonest with others is about you not fully articulating your wants and your needs, really putting the wants and needs of others before your own. So down here is your biggest soul lessons through these relationships. Virgo, you are learning to recognize that your worth and value is equal to those that you love. They are not more than you. They are not better than you. They are not greater than you, but you may have a tendency to really put others on a pedestal or put their wants and their needs before your own. And you can look at another person and just be like, wow, they are so amazing. They are such a good person. They're good at this. They have this beautiful heart. And you can see all the things about them that make them lovable and amazing and talented and worthy. But then when you're looking at yourself, you fail to see all of those same things, all of those same qualities. And because you may not see yourself as important or as significant and valuable as them, that's why you may tend to really put their wants, their needs, their happiness before your own. Okay? And that can be some tricky energy, but in this life, you're wanting to complete these soul lessons. You're wanting to complete a lot of the different soul contracts you have with others, fulfilling your end of the deal, and also receiving everything from them that you intend to receive for your own personal growth. And it's through relationships that you find your worth and value. And what I mean by that is when you're serving others, when you're helping others, that's, you feel like, is your purpose. Okay? Making them happy, healing them, fixing them, helping them achieve their dreams and their goals. For a lot of this life, that's what you feel your purpose is being there for others. But the truth is, your purpose is for you. Okay? Yes, you have these soul contracts to help others grow and evolve and achieve. Okay? But that's not the sole reason you're here. The sole reason you're here is for you to have the excitement, the love, the happiness, the joy that you can get out of this life for your own personal achievements, attaining your own goals, and feeling good about yourself. It's like no matter how much you accomplish in this life, you still see yourself as coming up short, as not being good enough as somebody else. Like, say you can sing, okay? And you're amazing at it, and you're close with somebody else who can sing, and from people looking on the outside in, they might look at you and think that you are far more talented than this other person, okay? But from your perspective, you're going to think they're more talented than you, all right? So that's something that you're working on big time in this life journey. And the twin flame journey, for you guys, this might be a very bumpy, rocky road for some of you. And it may also be where you just really desire to align to that true romantic soulmate love that will fully love you and accept you for who you are. And in a sense, feeling like that's when you will be complete. But part of the lesson is realizing that you're complete all on your own. You don't need another person to validate you or complete you. Another person in your life is only there to complement you and help enhance all the magic and beauty that already exists within you. So finding value and purpose for yourself is something that you struggle with, and you look to relationships to gain that validation and tell you that you're good enough. And when we're working on a lesson like that, oftentimes the people we're looking to validate us and make us feel special and make us feel important and make us feel like we have purpose, they will fall short on that. And they fall short on that to push you towards self-love. And what's interesting here is if you are a Virgo sun that's like right on the cusp of Leo and Virgo energy, or you have a Leo moon, Leo north node, or strong Leo placement in your chart, highly encourage you to watch that reading as well, because Leo had a very, very similar message as you guys have. It's like learning to love yourself without the love of another. And once you love yourself, then everybody loves you. The whole world falls in love with you. Caretaker, look at that. Look at that. Putting others first. Yep. Explorer, traveler, wanderer. So this is like, you know, the life journey of seeking out that perfect love, that person that, you know, is just gonna see you and unconditionally love you and all of that. But Virgo, the thing is, you've got to love yourself first. You've got to be the one to fix yourself and be there for yourself, because it's an endless black hole when you're trying to fix others and you're sacrificing what you want and what you need for somebody else. Because I think many of you have found it doesn't matter how much you're willing to sacrifice for another person. It's like they never are willing to meet you back with the same energy. Okay, and the more that you do and be and give and sacrifice for another, it's like the more and more and more they expect of that from you, to the point where you run completely dry, you get frustrated with the connection, and you may end things and walk away and see that person as toxic, as a narcissist, without ever realizing how much you enabled that behavior and perpetuated it to grow even more than it was, because you didn't value yourself, you didn't have boundary for yourself, you didn't assert yourself, and you didn't demand that somebody meet you halfway. The caretaker is an energy of somebody who wants to fix another person, who wants to love somebody so much that that person learns how to truly love and appreciate and accept themselves. Okay, you, like I said, you can look at anybody and just see the potential within them and all the wonderful qualities about them. But if you're trying to look at yourself, you just see yourself as coming up short. What's great about me? You know, what's beautiful about me? And not being able to answer that question, feeling like you're small, feeling like you're invisible. And it's not because you are, okay? It's just, that's a really, really deep soul lesson that you're working on this life, is learning to really communicate your wants and your needs, and also the way that you are a caretaker to others, being willing to be that same caretaker for yourself, being there for yourself the way that you're there for them, loving yourself the way that you love them, realizing your wants and your needs are just as important and significant as their wants and their needs. You will give the whole world to somebody, okay, but you won't give the whole world to yourself. And you may even feel like, well, if I give the whole world to myself, then I'm being selfish. You're not, Virgo, you're not. You're not here to continually self-sacrifice for the happiness of others. You're not here to be second best, or to put everything you want and you need on the back burner so that somebody else may prosper. Okay, yes, at certain times in our life we do need to kind of step back and let somebody else be in the spotlight, right? But this energy is saying that you're always letting somebody be in the spotlight, and you're never letting that spotlight shine on you when you deserve that recognition, that reward, that love, that unconditional acceptance that you give to others. And you may have found in this life that you seem to attract people who are in the struggle, who are in need, who are broken, who need fixing, okay? And in being that person to them, that somehow makes you feel validated, like you're doing something good, but you really, really struggle to be that same person to yourself. And so a deep, deep soul lesson that you're working on this life journey is realizing that you are just as valuable and significant and important as anybody else that you can love. All right? just as valuable, and you deserve your own love as much as anybody else does. And once you realize your worth and your value, and you fall in love with yourself, the whole world falls in love with you. But when you can't accept yourself, you can't see what's beautiful about you, others treat you in kind. And the thing is with this is, when somebody's emotionally unavailable, you're very drawn into that, okay? But when somebody's totally emotionally available to you, it makes you want to run the other way, right? And that's part of the soul lesson you're working on. And this right here, the 7th house of relationships, every significant relationship, friendship, family, romance, again, you've gone life journey after life journey after life journey with these people, freshman, sophomore, junior, and now you're all seniors, and you're taking the finals. And so this life may present a lot of different challenges for you and different struggles, especially around relationships, but it's not out of punishment. It's not out of bad karma, okay? It's because you in this life intend to overcome your, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's almost like you separate from yourself, and you don't accept yourself. You're just like, I'm here, and if this person who is completely emotionally unavailable to me and empty and cold, if they actually love me back, then I'm validated. And the validation doesn't come from them. It comes from within you, and recognizing your worth and your divinity, and that you are a part of spirit just as much as anybody else is. And the dishonesty with self and with others is telling yourself that you're not good enough. And if anybody really knew you, you know, they would never love you. That's being dishonest with yourself. And the dishonesty with others is where they have an opinion, or they say certain things, and you don't correct them on it, because you don't want to upset them. You don't want to hurt them. And you need to realize you're just as important. Wow, this is deep, deep, Virgo, especially because the caretaker came out, and it's like you'll be searching your whole life for that one special love, that one person that will fully see you and accept you and embrace you, until you fully see you and accept you and embrace you and recognize you are good enough just as you are, Virgo. You don't need to prove nothing to anybody. And some of you, it may be that you had really crappy parents or siblings that just were emotionally absent or neglectful, abandonment issues, and that like created this path where you are seeking validation from others. Like you want to be loved, you want to be accepted, you want to fit in, you want to belong, and therefore you kind of like go against yourself. And this is such a strong message of fully embrace yourself. Don't berate yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't pick yourself apart. It's time to see yourself through loving eyes, because the relationship you have with yourself is truly the foundation of the relationship you have with everybody else. Okay? And I don't know why this popped in my head, but for those of you that have watched Sex and the City, Carrie, she's always going for Mr. Big, right? But he's just emotionally unavailable to her. But man, she can't get enough of him. And then she gets this wonderful person, Aiden, and he's 100% emotionally available to her, but she can't seem to love him back because he's not rejecting her. And there, that dynamic, like that's just really deep in this message for you, is self-acceptance. And once you fully love and accept yourself, you're going to be more attracted to that emotionally available person that actually has the capacity to love you back. That person that isn't broken and doesn't need fixing, that's who you're going to be attracted to. Opposed to the narcissist, the abuser, the emotionally unavailable, the neglectful, the I take you for granted energy. Yes, life of major, major transformation with this card. Look at that, Virgo. You are one of a kind. This is the Mercury card. Mercury rules Virgo. So it's all about the mind and what you believe about yourself. And look, Virgo, you cannot make this up. The Ace of Cups. Loving you and seeing yourself as good enough. Yes, and the Moon. And Eight of Wands. Your emotions run very deep, Virgo. And this is a life of major, major transformation. And look at what's on the bottom. The Lovers. Boom, right there. And so that twin flame energy of, you know, the runner chaser, unavailable, all of that stuff, that's why you are a part of this connection, is to push you to love and embrace yourself and to fully accept yourself. And once that takes place, this beautiful transformation, you rebirth in this life. You awaken to your magic, okay? And this here, the Moon, Virgo, you are very empathic. You really do pick up on the emotions of others. And once you move through this lesson, things just really pick up and take off for you. It's not about you finding your true love, finding your soul tribe, none of that. They're all around you. It's about you finding you, about you discovering you. That's the test. That's the final to graduate for Virgo. And when we don't love ourselves, we can go through a lot of self-destructive behavior. And Virgo rules the 6th house in on the zodiac wheel. The 6th house is the house of service to others. That's why you came in under the Virgo sun. It's to really learn this lesson. And some of you, you could be a Virgo moon. Maybe Virgo sun, Leo moon, or Leo sun with the Virgo moon. As I'm saying that, this is the card that, well, it doesn't rule Leo, but Leo's ruled by the sun. Okay? So I do feel some of you are a Virgo sun, Leo moon, or a Leo sun, Virgo moon. Wow. And look at that. See? Once this is gained, a whole new you is birthed forward. You got death, and then you got the sun with the inner child right there. And now you got the star, yes. And see, Two of Swords, no love for self. Page of Cups. And Knight of Wands. Virgo, it is time to absolutely, fully embrace every aspect of you. And believe that you are good enough, and that you are worthy, and that you are here for you, that you are a light to this world, the way that you love. And there's only one of you. Your smile, your personality, your energy, your vibration, your frequency. There's nobody else like you, Virgo. You are, one in an infinite. Okay? There's no other version of you. And this version of you in this life journey is just a one-time thing. Once you transition back into the non-physical, this version of your soul will never exist again. You will incarnate into a new life with a different body, different personality, different vibration, all of that. You need to honor this version of you. Your soul created this version of you for purpose. And it's time for you to discover that. And it's through your relationships and the challenges that's meant to really push you towards all of that knowledge. And I see that you will figure this out before the end of this in particular incarnation. You will figure it out and learn to love and honor and respect yourself, even when others have failed you, even when others have not. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Those who don't love you, they're pushing you towards self-love. Those who do truly love you, it's validating the progress that you're making. Believe in yourself, Virgo. There is no other person in this world like you. And what you want and what you need is just as important and significant. Release the resentment loop. Resentment isn't power, it's poison. Stop replaying this story. You're free to choose peace. And this is everybody who hasn't been there, who's hurt you, who's let you down. Stop replaying that story in your mind and realize that they're only a reflection of the deficiency of self-love that exists within you. And once you do love yourself, the whole world is going to respond differently towards you. Clear entangled karma. Every relationship holds lessons. Break free from karmic ties that no longer serve your growth. See, Virgo, you cannot make this up. And accept past choices. Accept your decisions, however imperfect. They brought you to where you are now. Let them go and move forward. And this is saying don't beat yourself up for the past. Okay? Don't beat yourself up for the past. It's done. It's over. Every step of your journey is sacred and is teaching you something. Okay? Let it go. Step into the now, because that's where your power exists. And make it your top priority to start loving yourself just as much as you love everybody else, and stop seeing all the perceived imperfections in yourself and not good enough at this and that whole story. It's time to rewrite the story. Virgo is good enough. Virgo is amazing and talented. There is only one of Virgo. There could be no other you. And every choice that you've made is truly pushing you towards your greater good in some capacity. All right, so those are your messages, Virgo. I do hope that you have found this insightful and helpful, and I am sending you so much love and light. Take care.